Checking this to see. I just had some butter beans. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't have any on my lips. Give everybody some time to get here. I should be playing some music or something. Look at that. That's one of the colors I was considering painting the house. I kind of want to paint it that color. Hey, Jackie, how you doing? You doing okay? Hey, Tam, how are you? Y'all doing okay? I was just talking. I'm like, this right here is the color that I was debating on painting the house. So I did a good little bit of that color and stuff. I kind of like it. Or just going back with this beige. I kind of want something new. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Jackie. It really was. I was like, it exceeded my expectations. I had no idea that it was gonna come out looking like that. Hey, Saint Anne, I just really appreciate you all more than you all could ever believe. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know how much I appreciate y'all. Hi, Fire Goddess. How you doing? You doing okay? Okay, y'all. We need to talk, and I'm gonna get up and start taking off talking. My son is like, get the rest of the wood so I can finish this. So I gotta finish up. I gotta get the rest of the wood, but that window has to be replaced over there, that large window. So I'm kind of like waiting a minute on that. That's a box I need to discard. My dog sits on that cushion, so that's why it's so dirty looking. But I just let him have it because he's gonna win. He's gonna win. That's his little guard post. He's dirted up all my little chairs, my little pillow cushions. If he wasn't there, some other dog probably be sitting there, or a cat or something like that. Cause everywhere I go, I attract cats. So, when I had Peanut locked up at the other house in the backyard, where he couldn't get up in the front, then I had cats and stuff that would come and lounge on the furniture. So it's like, something is gonna be there, and I just got to get used to it. Okay, is everyone doing okay? Hey, Cole Christopher, how you doing? Okay. Okay, Saint Anne said it goes both ways. We're very important to each other because, like, even though people, the mundane person, that's the only thing I know to call them, mundane people, just the ordinary people, or people who are just, we all have different agendas. We all serve different purposes here on the planet, just depending on what purpose you serving will determine whether or not, you understand, you're going to be able to flow with certain individuals. And I know that we flow with each other, and we know what we're talking about. People who are outside of this, they don't have a clue as to what's going on. So a lot of them may think, oh man, these are Jim, what you call them, Jim Jones people. Was that what, Jim Jones? These are people in occults that just don't know no better, and we do some crazy things, thinking that a UFO is gonna pick us up, take us off, and you know what I'm saying, to another world. That's the way some people may think of our situation, but our situation, we're spiritual people. We're spiritual people, and we know that it's a bigger picture to what we're physically going through right now. We know that what we're doing is, we're on our journey to ascension. I mean that's the best way I can describe it. Now you all may say, nah, that ain't necessarily why I'm here, but I know that's why I'm here. Because this right here, what we're going through right now, man, uh, is on a spiritual level, on an astral level. Okay. We understand that on an astral level that they're trying to set us up for failure. And there are many astrals, low all the way to ascension. Use your imagination. It's just depending on where your frequency is. Not just your physical frequency, but on a spiritual level. Where is your frequency. Where is it? You know what I'm saying? And we're here to build on that. We're here to start off sort of where we left off in the past lives. And we're trying not to repeat our past lives. Everybody say, I don't want to come back to here. But you can go and start all over again from the very beginning. You can go and start off somewhere where, you see what I'm saying? You may have reached this level and not done a great job and have to go back to a lower level, which is an unpleasant past life. And you're working hard on a daily basis to strive to avoid traps. Some of these traps are people who are trying to trick you. They're trying to trick you out of your timeline because yours is better off than what they have. It's true, y'all. I've seen too much evidence. I've been here for half a century. A half a century has given me a little bit of time to put 2 and 2 together. 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 5, 6, whatever power you bring up. And y'all know that I'm random, so I might be skipping around some places, y'all, but this serious. This is way serious than a heart attack. And I don't like to use words like that. And some of you all may be here where I'm at. Some of you all may not have gotten here yet. Some of you all may be well beyond this place. But if you here, or if you ain't here yet, heed my warning. And this may not be necessarily true for all of you all, depending on. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not all going to be in a certain place at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And it depends on why some of you are here. Some people are just here because they just need some words of wisdom. Some people are here just because, hey, you know, I just like hanging out here. You know what I'm saying? In the chat room, it just depends. And some of you all are here because you got a sneaky suspicion that something don't smell right. That's the best way. Sounds like one of those little jungle creatures. But because we talk about the hoodoo a lot. The supernatural and the mysticisms of hoodoo and root working. It's a beautiful practice, man. It'll blow your mind. I could tell y'all stories. And I might tell y'all a quick story today. Okay. The trees hold all the mysteries. I cannot say that enough. Especially those old trees. I thought I saw a tree with a large trunk span. Those trees really got a lot of information on them. They've been here 100 years plus. They definitely can tell you some things. Listen to me, y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Y'all know I ain't gonna lie to you. I know folks saying this woman done lost her mind. Hey, baby. It's me. They couldn't recognize me. Y'all need some glasses? This is me, boy. My dogs was barking from the fence. They didn't know who I was, so he coming up here to make sure he knows who. It's me, Peanut. Look. I wouldn't lie to y'all. I wouldn't. Everything I'm telling you is not coming from a book. It's not coming from a video that I saw. It's not coming from any of those sources. It's coming from what I've gone through. It's coming from information from clients that have come and brought this information to me. So listen up. Protect your source energy. Protect your source energy. I had gotten kind of perturbed over the weekend because a lot of people wanted to see the live footage of the wedding, and they kept cutting the live stream off, or then some of them they got us for copyright infringements on music and stuff. It was just a lot going on to prevent everybody from seeing it. A lot of people didn't get any notifications and stuff like that. Y'all got to understand that me, as a black woman, if I'm not cooning, and you already know the word, buffooning, and acting like a clown, entertaining or eating foods and all of that crazy stuff, that this channel is not going to be a channel that they're necessarily interested in promoting. It really irks me because there are some channels that I want really bad. These are some channels that can connect me with some of the things that I'm going through. Okay? Being a time jumper. And I cannot find those channels. YouTube is a place that promotes comedy, humor, how-tos, you know, like how to do this and how to do that or whatever. But when it gets into this stuff right here, things that does not uphold the structure of the matrix, you understand? They're not going to put a whole lot of efforts in it. And if it's really putting one of their agendas in jeopardy, then they're going to make sure that they do everything they possibly can to distract it, derail it, whatever they possibly can. And I already told y'all what it is with me. I'm a southern woman down here in the South. The last thing they need is for me to be promoting, hey, let's keep our heads in turbans, let's keep our hair natural, let's get away from the churches, let's study root working, mysticism, let's become mystics. They can't have that. They need the energy of the church. They need all of those women in the church. They don't need me to be convincing. They really don't. It's really a threat. A new gate has been opened somewhere. There is this something I just can't describe. There's something that has been opened. I wish I had words for it. And it is a bridge. It's a bridge. It's a beam, if you want to say a beam, a crosswalk, or something to another realm that we're dealing with right now, y'all. Y'all know I don't have the words to speak about that. But there's a gate that has been opened. I cannot stress y'all how significant it is. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, but we've been waiting and ain't nothing happened yet. Everybody's waiting because we've been talking about the great shift of things for like a decade now, but nobody's seen it. So now, the fact that nothing has happened, a lot of people are at the point of no longer believing in it. They're no longer convinced. And now we're back on pause. And now when somebody talk about it, don't nobody pay it no attention. Because you're looking for it with your eyes. You understand? But you're not going to find it with your physical mundane eyes. You're going to find it with your mind's eye. And your sense of feel is going to start letting you know it's there. And depending on what frequency you are on, you may not even know what's going on. If your frequency is not there, you're not going to be able to participate in it. For some, it can be good. For some, it can be bad. I don't know where your frequency level is. Now, see, folks are looking for physical things, like they're going to think the chariots are going to come from the sky, and all of those are metaphors. And then all of a sudden, you see what I'm saying? No, it's not going to, no. See, that's why ain't nothing happening for you yet, because you still looking for it to happen that way. It's an invisible thing. It's invisible, y'all. All of this in the sky is to hide from you what's going on. Y'all, the gates are open. And it's more than one gate. We're going to lose a bunch of people. We're going to lose a lot of energy, a lot of souls through that gate. We got to protect ourselves. These mundane people have nothing to lose. They don't get many lifetimes like you do. They're not infinite. They serve a very brief purpose. So some of these your mamas and daddies, sisters and brothers, cousins, friends, neighbors, they're not on your frequency. They're not going to see it. They're not going to notice it. When they leave, it's lights out. There's nothing else. Because they have like reports where people say, well, you know, their heart stopped beating and it was nothing. Then you have people say their heart stopped beating and they could see their bodies and they went beyond that place. The people who saw nothing, those are your programs. They're not going further past this. So you can't talk about this to these people, okay? That's as far as it goes. A lot of y'all are spiritual beings with soul source, and you're giving birth to programs and not knowing it. You want to be careful. You want to be careful who you are partnering with and procreating with. Because a lot of us are bringing programs into the world. Empty vessels. Them are your downfalls because they require more energy from you. And our energy is very important and we have to use it resourcefully. They have nothing to give back. Mostly if they give anything back, they're giving back what they've already gotten from you because that's as far as they can go with it. It's not putting those people down, but I'm telling you what you're dealing with. They can't go no further than that. So you're going to have to leave behind a lot of people. A lot of people will be left behind. Please think about this beyond this place. Stop trying to think of it as a physical thing. When people be talking about the gates are open, it's nothing that you can necessarily physically, you understand, put your hands on. These people are talking about what's beyond here. I will say that there are going to be some people that are going to be snatched up. A lot of folks going to be gone. They're going to get snatched up. Because once again, like I say, when there's a timescape, that have depleted energy, They will rob from other timescapes. The gates are open. It's on. And I know this. People say, prove it. I'm sorry, I can't prove it. No one can prove what's beyond this place. But that's why you got mind's eye. That's why you have spiritual sense. You understand? That's why y'all are spiritual beings, because you know that there's something beyond this place. It's not a situation where you're proving science that there's something beyond this place. It's all about using your common sense. It's all about using instincts to know it's something beyond this place. Use your instincts. You know it's something else here. This ain't it. You're supposed to be preparing yourself for it. You're supposed to be getting yourself ready. Defend yourself. Defend yourself. Defend yourself. I don't want that dust all in my head. I guess everybody getting off work. Defend your source. Defend it. I keep hearing it too much, and I keep too many people coming to me with this. It all starts with a dream. That's what y'all think it is. It's a dream. Lucid dreaming. It's so real, lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is you in the astral realm. Depending on where your frequency is, will depend on what you're seeing in your lucid dream. That's your astral scape. It's real. And it can be a dangerous place. And you got to be careful. Because what's going to happen to you in the physical happens to you in the astral scape first. And there are entities pretending to be human interacting with you. These are the entities that you're dealing with that are on this side trying to destroy you. Look, let me tell you something. Because it's hard for me to describe it. So when I say there's a gate open, just know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about this is the shift. The shift is happening on a supernatural, spiritual level, astral level, okay? Okay? Stop looking for physical this and physical that. You know, stop looking for the chariots once again to come out of the sky and all of those metaphoric things. Stop looking for those things, okay? You're not going to find them. They're not there. Let me talk to y'all as I get my thoughts together so I can present this presentation. Look, there are people that come to me and they say, when I was asleep, I had a lucid dream of myself in a particular place. Once you have told me that you've done this more than one time, then I'm interested as to what's going on. There have been people that said, hey, look, why is this continuously happening to me? You're getting ready to be snatched up into an unfamiliar timescape, timeline, otherworldly dimension or plane. A lot of people keep telling me they're going back in time to slavery and the African Americans. That's what they have in common. Now, it could be just African Americans calling me with the phenomenon. It's not to say that people of other races ain't going through it. It could be other people of other races going through it. And they just don't happen to call me. They may be calling somebody else. But I'm just telling you what the people have in common that's telling me this. And I keep hearing it. I keep hearing it over and over again till I'm like putting two and two together to say, hey, something's wrong. And then they die. I've had a few of them to pass on. So now you know I'm really taking notice now. I sat down and I really talked to the spirit about it. Y'all may think it's a joke when I say I know I'm a divine oracle. It may be funny to you all. You may laugh. But explain to me why when people call, which this may just be to you all, just you saying that, when I can tell people exactly what's going to happen, and it happened just the way I tell them. Y'all excuse me, I put this on for the wedding. I'm going to take it off too quick. I tell them exactly the way it's going to happen. It happens just like I tell them. They call me back. You was right. Explain that. I know what y'all going to say. You just happen to guess and get it right. When I do work, it happens just like the person wanted. And I know what y'all saying, how we know. It just could be a coincidence. Your word against everybody else's word. Or whatever. I hear it all. A lot of skeptics and stuff. They don't necessarily believe in the roots. They don't believe. Because they haven't had their aha moment. It's coming. So what do they have in common? They are African Americans. And they can be men. They can be women. But they call me and they say, look, why am I going back in time? See, if it happens one time, then you're saying it's just a dream. But if you go back over there again, and then go back again, and again, I already know what's going on. Most of the times, it could be so many things, but in the situations I've noticed, let's put it like this. If you keep going back and it's not a familiar place that you remembered, it's a chance that they're getting ready to steal you. Meaning that you won't have the opportunity to ascend to the next level. Because either you've been offered up as a sacrifice, or they're getting ready to come in and snatch you. They're going to steal your timeline. They're going to steal you off your timeline. A lot of people don't believe it, but you can be swapped out. Somebody can take your place over here. It's real, y'all. Please believe me. The only reason why it don't sound believable because I don't know how to describe what these clients have been talking to me about. I can't, there are no words, okay, that can describe this. People, it happens 2 years before you die. Unless you can go to maybe a shaman or something, someone who can go into the astral realm and bargain or protect your soul source energy from being held hostage by that particular timescape. So just so that's you need somebody to go in and intervene. And it's hard to go and find someone that knows anything about this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's the Native American part of me kicking in. Because I know in Native American folklore, you understand, there is a such shaman that can go into those worlds and negotiate. But we don't have that now. That's why I say culture is very important. A belief system is important. We don't have that. That's why they are able to come in and steal our soul source for selfish purposes. There's nothing we can do about it if we cannot get to those old heads and get it all straightened out, y'all. Because you got to find somebody who, first of all, can believe in it and get an understanding of what you're trying to tell them. Now, the people who are watching me, I know you all don't have a clue what I'm talking about. I know you're saying, okay, well, we're going to sit down and try to see what she's talking about. We're going to try to see, and we're going to try to figure this thing out or what have you. And that's where it stops. But I'm starting to lose people into those worlds. So I began to try to come up with a theory of what could be going on. Why would somebody want to take these people back? They say history repeats itself. Why would any source want to come to a particular time scape or timeline to, against a person's will, steal them into captivity? Why would they want to do that? We always think of it like this right here. So they went to Africa and they stole the Africans, and then they brought them to the Americas to make laborers out of them. That's the way they tell us it happened. But where are they really stealing these souls from? Do you think that place is finished? Do you really think that's history? You really think it's over? That's what you think, huh? You think you can't be a slave again? You really think you're free? And no one owns you? And no one can make you work against your will? That's why I said depending on what frequency you on. Depending on what frequency you on will determine whether or not you get what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about these mundane people that will say spiritually is this, that, and the other and make silly videos. Those are your mundanes. They're in it for the humor, to make you laugh. But what we going through right now, not knowing where you going to go when you leave here, it's more serious than a heart attack. Because those people can be silly and make all the videos they can against me. But they got a similar fate, just like I do. Just like we all do. And it's called DEATH. Exclamation point. We all gonna die. And I don't care if you spiritual or not. You still gonna die. So it's hard to make fun of something like this. So we gotta first of all get it in our heads that somewhere beyond this place, there's still some people that's working for old master. Got so many fabrics that makes up so many matrices. This ain't the only one. This is just one of them. We call it the history. The past. The past, that's what we call it. History and the past. Slavery. And it's over with. Because we got the now. It's over with. But if that place still needs souls, where you think they're going to get them from? If they're being depleted of characters, as they kill one by one by one by one, out of anger, out of hate, where they gonna get new characters from? Some people may be in danger of being snatched up in another timeline somewhere else that they were, and they didn't finish up what they had to do over there. So they got to go back over there and finish it. Or somebody that's looking at you saying, I wouldn't mind having her life. Maybe I'll possess her. And then you be wondering, oh, they don't act the same anymore. Ever since she was in that car accident, it's like it's a different person. Who's in there? What's in your astral scape looking at you? Look at Insidious. Look at those movies. Those movies are real. The hard thing for me to figure out is how to protect my astral scape. 51 years. And I'm still trying to figure it out. Well, Spirit came to me because somebody came and told me that after I talked to them about it. They said, what you told me in the past 10 months ago. You said raise your frequency. Y'all better be raising y'all frequencies. Get them up. So you'll be untouchable. Let me tell y'all something. Remember I was telling y'all there are many layers of levels of the astral? It is. It is. I've been having some situations, and I'm not going to go into detail with I can't say right what level they are. They're not very, very low level, but they're like the beginning level of the matrix entities that I've been having trouble with. When you're dealing with very, very low astral being, those are they look like sea creatures and stuff like that. When you see those, you're dealing with the jellyfish, you're dealing with, the octopus. They're very watery like creatures. Those are the various low forms, the animalistic forms and stuff like that of the astral scape. Okay, but it's so many low levels of the astral. But I'm dealing with the ones on the matrix level. As you begin to ascend, you're going to go through these many levels. Okay, so I can't give you a crash course in it, and it's difficult for me to describe it. But where I am right now, I'm dealing with peeling away that layer right at the matrix. There is a committee that governs the matrix. And I've gotten a chance to meet them, and I know this. Everybody's going to start saying, well, now this is where we part and go our separate ways, because when she gets talking like this, you know what I'm saying, it looks like she's crazy, and and she may need to be put in a sane asylum or something like that. I can understand what you talking about. I can understand you got to go now. Doesn't mean I'm necessarily crazy. Doesn't mean that you mundane. Doesn't mean you're programmed. It doesn't mean you're a biobot. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means that the two of us, where we are right now, we're in two different places on our levels of frequency. That's it. That's neither good nor bad. It just means it is what it is. I'm at the level of dealing with those that power up this matrix. I've been dealing with them since January of 2016. And I told you all that y'all already know that I see myself. They deem me as an escapee. Um, but that ain't necessarily true. It's no different than a slave because they don't want to be in a specific place laboring for somebody, running in the woods trying to get away from a person that says that he owns him and calling that person an escapee or fugitive. Just because they say they own me, they deem me as a fugitive. And they want me. And they've been setting up every trap they can possibly think of. Okay? To try and some kind of a way to keep me from coming back telling different things that I talked to you all about and more that I cannot explain. Um so my mission, sort of like beyond my will and wishes, is to peel away that particular level to go to the next place above the committee that actually conducts, maintains the structure of this matrix system. They're watching me at all times. They have come into my astroscape and tried to come to me as if though they come to help me, but they're trying to harm me. I'm well aware of all tactics because it got to the point where I had to tell the higher me, and they were trying to block my actual attempt to communicate with my higher self and higher source above myself. They were trying to block communication between me and my higher me. Okay? This is what I was going through. And this is what I continue to go through with them. Now, for people who've been following my history with this, y'all remember me saying that I was dealing with, in the past, back in 2016, just going back and forth, astral traveling to other worlds, being at the border, meeting the border patrol of other worlds. And it's some very, very creepy stuff that can't be described. And I know what folks gonna say, oh, she's schizophrenic and all of that. You know, call it whatever you want. But it's a real, true experience to be going in my astroscape into worlds that look like this, with people in it, dealing with an experience that's just as real as me standing here talking to you right now. Okay? It's real. What y'all call lucid dreams. Those are really you in another realm. So several of the women have actually told me, hey, let me talk to y'all about this. I noticed something, okay? I'm just long-winded and rambling as I try to tell y'all this because, see, some people been following me. How many of you all, I may be talking to myself now, everybody might have walked out. How many of you remember me talking to you all back January 2016 that I was deemed an escapee from another realm? I don't know if who remembers that. Anybody remembers that? Okay. I don't think those older people who have been following me from the past, I don't think they're here. But people who've been here for a while know what I'm talking about. Those videos are up from way back to January 2016 up until now. Thank you, Tamu. Okay, so Tamu, I know you remember. Because me and you, we got history. Okay? So Tamu, it's going to be kind of hard for me to describe it to people who just got here. They may not understand what I'm talking about. Okay? Okay, Nalane, she remembers. Mama Lisa remember. Okay, so y'all know I've been dealing with a struggle with what appears to be the particular children of the Matrix. They are deeming me a fugitive, and they are working their hardest to silence me, to destroy me, to kill me. That's what it boils down to. You may as well I just may as well just get down to what it is. They want me gone. Okay? It's a more invasive situation than these physical beings here on the planet. You know, like your President Donald Trump and your governors and your CEOs and your mayors and governors and all of that good stuff. It's more invasive than that. It's what they call on a shadowy government level, or maybe beyond that. They have thrown every dart, every dagger, every trap, every booby trap, holes, you graves you can imagine at me. And I feel like this is something I need to talk about and not just hold it in. So if there are other people out there, you know, you'll be aware of what's happening, because what's happening to you all is just not coincidental. There is something on the astral scape that's involved in your situation. I like the way someone put it: more levels, more devils. Expect to, as you try to reach your higher self and try to master your situation spiritually, to be attacked on every level imaginable. Because this is not a coincidence. Because I see it all day long when I travel now. I remember they told me 6 months to a year after my last travel, one of the women on the committee said that we're going to have to erase your memory. So now when I travel, most of the times I cannot remember exactly. They have done making it happen. Well, I cannot remember a lot of my travels. Here lately, what I do remember is going to different hospitals and stuff in my astroscape, where they're coming like in peace and love, like we're coming to help you, but they have been actually trying to kill me on the other side. Keep me there. Okay, so let me give you an example. Like these people, these people look like. They're white. They're Caucasian. They're Caucasian. They do not look like the Caucasians on this particular side. But these Caucasians, I call them the children of the Matrix. They hold up the structure of this matrix. They can, in a sense, they own you, your souls. That's why it's important to raise your vibrations, because they own you. If you can raise your frequencies and vibrations beyond a level of being owned, I'll sort of to say that you can buy your fucking freedom, then you possibly can. If not, if you're not a program, when you leave here, you got to deal with them trading off your soul back and forth, owning you, deciding what character you're going to be next, all of that good stuff. But they weren't expecting for me to be able to go over and see them. But they look, like I said, they look a little bit different from the Caucasians we have here. Their eyes are different. The first one I dealt with, she was a slender white woman with blonde, short hair that kind of stood up like in a spike on her head. And she looked like she was right around 48, 47, something like that. And when I was there and asking her questions, I was like at a table. It was like nighttime, and there was a billboard with actual yellow memo pad stuck on it and stuff as I tried to read the information on there. And I asked her a series of questions, and she was telling me, if you keep coming here, you'll be dead. You'll be dead soon. And it did frighten me, you know, because, you know, you just take it as it's a dream, but then you realize it ain't a fucking dream. Her eyes were different. I've never seen eyes like that. There's very little whites of the eyes. It was more or less her eyes were like, the pupils were like the lightest ambers I've ever seen. You know how they have an amber eye color? Her eyes were like amber, like citrine. That's the best way I could describe her eyes. And all of the Caucasians' eyes were that way. All of them. I've gone to see many events to come and to happen. And some of that information, they have tried to intentionally erase it before I expose it. That's why I can't talk too much and I don't say very much, because if they erase my memory, then that wouldn't be good at all, because I would not recognize, pick my device up to call, you know. See, if people don't realize amnesia is something more serious than you can believe. Your memories can be wiped out completely if you have information to expose what you should not, what they don't want you to expose. They will take information out. They can also insert information at their will. So I talked to her, and that's when I asked her, I said, what do you live on? I'm from Earth, and try to describe this. I'm from this particular planet and everything. And that's when she was like, you know, not wanting to talk about it, but she did tell me that they lived on a quadrant. And I've been fascinated with quadrants ever since. So that was over. I say about 4 or 5 months later, I kept traveling. And that's when I met the lady on the daytime committee. That's somebody said, oh, that's the daytime committee. There was a heavy set white woman, and her eyes were, the color of her eyes were, they were blue. There wasn't no whites of her eyes. They were all blue, like the ocean. And she had her hair actually in curls. I guess her hair curls naturally like that, heavy set. It's like she was in her late 30s. And there was a man behind her that was also Caucasian. And I knew it was daylight because I could see the window behind them. But that same board with the memos were there. But this time there was a window over to the side with light coming out. So I was able to tell that it was daylight. And there was a man behind her. And they said, we are concerned. And I said, you know, you really just don't talk about it. You know, in your head, you're thinking. They said, we're afraid because you have broken so many different rules, laws, and you've been, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have to erase your memory. And I remember fear setting in because I thought maybe they was going to erase my memory over here. Well, I could not remember this place over here. Because when I came back from that first travel, we have a natural navigation system in our bodies, in our head. It's in the pineal gland. A lot of people are not familiar with it, but it helps you to locate where you are physically, wherever you are at any given moment. Like I know that there's a store right down there by good chicken wings. And then I know that if I need to go in that direction, you see what I'm saying? That's your natural navigation. When I came back from that first travel with the lady with the quadrant thing, she tried to pull that stunt over there. So when I woke up that morning, I had a hard time, discerning my location when I woke up here. Y'all, I know it's like, damn, what is you talking about? I can't believe I'm even telling y'all about this, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it that you can reach a certain level and they try to attack you in your astral state. It's like you get so far and they try to destroy you. That's so that they can continue to maintain possession over your soul source. They don't want you to get out. Because they see you keep raising your level and you get away from them, then you can trick them and get away from them. So like I said, that's what they told me. It was a man standing behind her. Tall, thin guy. What's interesting, they wear white. Like clinical outfits. He had it on. She had it on. The other lady had it on. They had on white. Looked like white scrubs. And I'm always in some type of hospital setting or clinic setting dealing with these people. But see, that is a matrix just before you get outside. If you can tear that fabric, you get beyond them. What's beyond them? I don't know. But they holding on to us because we precious possession. It is important that they keep your soul source energy encapsulated in their project, in their thing. They're owning folks. People don't realize that. Like I said, they're not like these white people here. Unless there's some white people here that look like that, and I haven't seen them yet. But they don't look like these white people here. But they do look like they're white. So we got to get out. We're going to have to cut through the fabric to get out. You know why? Because it's sort of like they're the judge. It could be an American thing. Look, let me get to what I'm trying to say. We're prototypes. I know y'all gonna get mad with me, but we're prototypes. Replicas of the real true people. So we're in a harvesting center. When you're in a situation like that, you can't necessarily claim to be free. It's just like that tree there. It's just like these trees. These are not the original trees. Terraforming is responsible for this. This is not the original ecosystem, the eco state of what was originally here. Okay? I'm not what was originally here. I, just like these trees, have been harvested. I'm trying to think of other words for it. I've been engineered. It's just like pine trees. You know, they grow pine trees in gardens and stuff in different places like that so that they can eventually cut them down and use them. Their sole purpose is to be cut down and to be used for some selfish purpose, like, you know, building houses, making furnitures and stuff like that, buildings and things of that nature. I serve a similar purpose. We all serve a similar purpose. We're all engineered and harvested. There are some true beings here that are here not because of these children of Matrix. So their soul source will not undergo what our fate is going to be. That dog Peanut is a rat terrier. His sole purpose has been trained to him through many years of evolution to be what he is, a rat terrier. They said that they created and engineered that dog to catch rats and squirrels. And he's true to his nature. I have to laugh to keep from crying because I got to figure out a way to see if there's a way to break free from becoming all of these different characters that the children of the Matrix bring me here to be. Because all we do is store energy. Our physical body store our energy, store the energy that they are using for their own selfish purposes. Like that darn squirrel on my rooftop. They're getting to be very annoying. So can I be free? Can I actually get past the children of the Matrix? Because I know beyond the fabric of this matrix is something else that I cannot fathom. I don't even know if anyone has the information of that on board. Because it's painful to come back and repeat the same thing over and over again, especially if they decide that they need energy in a past life where the majority of the people are still slaves that are my, ethnicity. I'm trying not to go back to that place because I've already discovered that there are some people who have and who will. That's why I want y'all to read that book, Kindreds. Read that book for me, please. Now, I had to go to my higher self and ask my higher self, are you still there? Do you see what I'm going through? I said, I want to be on the alert every single time I'm confronted in my timeline. In my astroscape with going to these hospitals and doctors. Because I see now they're not on my side. I used to think, oh, okay, I'm going here. Because I actually got a doctor over there on the other side and everything. I know his name and everything. One day I'm going to share y'all that doctor's name and everything. So I'm thinking, oh, they're fighting for me. They're fighting for me. He looks like a Russian doctor. It's a white guy with some type of a white lab coat that looks really, really faded, dirty, like sort of like, and he's done a lot of work for on me in the astral realm. But now I'm looking like you may have been working against me the whole entire time. I don't trust you no more. I've been dealing with that doctor for 15 years in my astral scape. I've been given shots, well, injections, pills to take. You name it, I've been given it. So I always thought they was working for me. This shit been going on for 15 goddamn years. It has been intensified since January 2016. I've been dealing with this for 15 long years. That's why I say I get upset when I hear some character out there and YouTube man saying that everything I talk about is something that I read out of a book or some information that I heard somebody else talk about. Like 51 years wasn't enough time for me to be able to form my own opinion about what my experience has been here. What an insult. 51 years of collecting information to get to where I am right now. So if you're not here 51 years, you never understand what I'm talking about. You could be on 51 years and still not know what I'm talking about. But this is my experience, and I'm not making this up. They attack you first in the astral. That's why they say, people say, I had a dream, this happened, that happened. Then it happens. Already you've seen it ahead of time. Because you got a sneak peek in the astral realm. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to lucid dreams. Those are the key into what's ready to once again happen. So here lately, I talked to my higher self, and my higher self said that I will give you warning from now on. Because at one time, they were trying to block communication between me and my higher self. If you find that you're communicating less and less with your higher self, then you're definitely undergoing some astral attack. You're undergoing astral attack. If you looking in the mirror and you cannot attach yourself, you look in the mirror and you see yourself and you can see straight into your soul, but something is in your eyes preventing that, that's them. They'll turn your eyes different colors and stuff like that, and you'll be like, dang, what's going on? You have vexations and all kind of little stuff on your body and stuff from them. So my higher self said, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to let you know ahead of time whether or not they're working with you or not. So I was sitting up there driving. No. Police, let me talk about these children of the Matrix. Let me talk about them. So I was like in a place somewhere walking, like I'm walking now, and a police car stopped, and they didn't stop. They looked at me. I looked at them, and the lady saw I was looking at her. She was an older Caucasian woman with white hair, and she said, no, you don't look at me. She pulled her car over. When she pulled her car over, the first thing I noticed when she pulled the car over, let me get my stick for this here, dog. You come up here and see when I go across your head. Come over here. I ain't playing with you. Come over here and see what happened to you. That's the... Okay. They know I'm going to hit him upside the head. That's the dog that bit babe on the back. So what I was going to say. So she got out the car. The lady that was driving the car, they got out. And they had 3 white cats, which was interesting because I had 3 white cats. Only my higher self was letting me know not to trust them. Those were not my cats because the 3 white cats had long, straight white hair. on them, and they wouldn't look at me. So she let them out. And I guess I don't know what they're supposed to do, but she said, we're taking you back to the facility because the fact that we own you, this is what she said, the fact that we own you, we have the right to carry out whatever experiments we want to. She said, you were sold out to a private organization. Remember, I kept telling you, I said, oh, look like the Asians and stuff like that are in my astroscape. She said, we're a private organization, and we're now owning you now. And we have the right to do any kind of test we want on you and stuff like that. I kind of felt frantic. I thought I would sweet talk my way out of it, and I couldn't. So they put me in the back of the car, and they took me to the facility. And there were some other people lined up against the wall. We were sitting on benches, and she gave me 2 tubes, syringe tubes full of something brown. And it was hard and liquidy. And she said, you're going to have to eat this. But my higher self let me know that I did not have to eat that stuff and swallow it. So I put it in my mouth and I spit it out. And I said, it's time to fight. My higher self had me fight. I said, it's time to fight. So I had to kill her. Y'all know that's making it worse. I had to kill her, and I killed her partner. I have killed quite a few of them here lately. I'm in the fight for my life force with these beings. I don't expect for nobody to understand where I'm coming from. But if things go down, y'all already know what's going on. I want you to know this right here is well above and beyond our mundane persons. You got to know who owns your life force. And if they own it, you're here now to raise your frequency. Hello? To be able to buy your way out of the hands of the children of the Matrix. I want y'all to take me serious. Now, some of you all ain't gonna get here, you're programmed. Some of y'all watching me are programs. If you're into the mundane things like the lashes and the nails and the fashion and the makeup and the beauty of, I need me a fancy car and I need me a big old house with marble flooring. If you're there, if your frequencies are that low, it's a chance you're programmed. People with soul sources, a soul source, can understand because they've reached that level of maturity on a spiritual level, can understand that not all of our journeys will be the same. And they understand that my experience may be one thing, there's another. Just like I understand that that's a place. There's a place, you know, having fashion and cute nails and fancy cars and fancy trucks and fancy houses. There's a place for that. And I understand that. And I'm not going to joke about it. I'm not going to have fun with it. I'm not going to laugh with it or laugh at it or anything like that. Because it has its place. But if you find yourself in a situation where you're saying, well, I'm better than you because I wear long lashes and nails and makeup and long flowy hair. You know, I do these things. And if you're not doing that, then you're a village person. Somebody called me a village. A woman called me, which was my cousin, called me a village lady when I went and visited church because I had my head wrapped up. She said, asked my auntie what was she doing in there with a village woman. I have no problem with that. I have absolutely no problems with that. Because the important thing It's not that I understand that she understand me. The important thing is that I understand her because I was there one day. I was there one day. I was taught one day at one point in my life that, I had to have on the prettiest dress and fashion and shoes and all of that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't see at this point in my life, not talking about them, but me, myself, purpose. I mean, me, myself, and my purpose. I just don't understand what, what that do to help, once again, facilitate my mission, me getting myself out of this enslavement on the astral realm, the other side, the invisible world. I really do believe that when you're able to peel that fabric up to get beyond the children of the matrix, which are our captors, that what's beyond there is this heaven, these different levels of heaven and hell. People don't realize that hell is a higher level, the underworld, hell, whatever you want to call it, Hades, is a higher level than what I've gone to dealing with the children of the matrix. It's higher than that. Because, see, I'm still more or less on a more physical level dealing with the children of the matrix. Because the place looked just like this one looked. Just a few changes, a little bit of difference. So, I just wanted to tell y'all my experience. And so that's what happened to me. The last thing that happened to me, my higher self is definitely working in my favor to free me from this unusual, cruel treatment by these beings. And like I said, I've been going through this for 15 long years. That's how come when people call me for readings and they tell me about their dreams and their nightmares and stuff, I can pretty much tell them what's going on. I can relate because I have myself personally been tormented for a decade and a half. It kind of started after my mom died. When she died back in 1996, it was like welcome to oblivion. Nothing could have prepared me for this. Nothing. And it seems like the higher I try to go up, they send the demons out that's stronger than the last one that I dealt with. What the lady said here, she said in the chat room the other day, she said more levels, more devils. So if you ain't got nothing challenging you, and you say, I'm a practitioner, I'm a spiritualist, I'm spiritual, and you walking this like a cakewalk, I don't know if you're really getting anywhere. Because as you once again raise these frequencies, you're going to be dealing with more traps. Watch out for them. They got some, man. They got some stuff out there, barbed wire you can get tangled all up in. They got some stuff out there, man. Pay attention to these dreams. And that's what I wanted to explain to you all. And what I dealt with for once in my life, I had to start fighting. Because I was able to fight because my higher self, and that's what's important, that you're always talking to that is above you, that universal soul that's on you. You need to always be communicating with that. Because it'll keep you safe. Because they had to show me that those people were not in my best interest. And there are some coon black people over there. I dealt with 2 black nurses on that astroscape. And they were giving me a bag of IV fluid that had the same brown stuff in it. That same brown stuff. But they wanted to infuse it in me But some kind of a way they didn't get a chance to do it, not because I resisted, because I trusted them. Just they didn't get a chance to do it. But what they did, they had me to inhale it. And I remember the one behind my back, which she was a low down one. She said, you need to inhale this. Inhale it quick, 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 quick. And then that's when my throat got sore, y'all. That was a astral attack by the actual children of the Matrix. Then the next thing I know, I had that little sore throat. The manifestations of what they did to me in the astral realm turned out to be, on a physical level, strep throat. And y'all really think you're getting sick because it's all physical? No. But it's not all physical. What's in your astral scape? Hello? So, y'all, let me read the chat. Hey, Sarah Morel. Sarah Morel said, quiet, Peanut. That's Peanut and Baby. They barking at the other dogs down there. What you say, Sarah? I think my spirits protect mine from bringing information back. I always have dreams and forget what they are about, but know the importance. That's good, because now that's another thing they'll do. Since we're talking about, I call them the children of the Matrix. Now that's the best way. There's actually a book called The Children of the Matrix. It's a real situation. It's real. Think about if we all were able to break free from this place. No, it wouldn't be anything. If everybody raised their frequencies to be aware of some source that shows our energy, you know, for their own selfish purposes, this place would be black. It would be dark. Nothing would be here. They need our light. That's all we are, a ball of energy and light. So they need to keep us as docile and as naive as possible. Unaware. They don't need us resisting. They need us to cooperate so that we can continue to be here and be the battery pack to whatever this is. I think what's beyond this is this higher level called heaven, or where the light beings dwell, to the lower level, hell, when you get beyond the children of the Matrix. That's why very few people get to experience those experiences. They will always continuously just, you know, come back in a different body. Come back as a squirrel. you see an octopus or something like that. That's how this thing works. Depending on, you may just stay in the lineage line of your genealogy. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But Sarah, that's good and that's bad, because you need to remember the significance of every dream. You need to know your dreams. But it just depends on your frequency, because your dreams is the guide to what's getting ready to happen. And some of them will actually, like I said, erase your memory so you won't remember your dream. So you won't be having a foretelling of something that's going to happen, that's going to be bad. See? It can protect you, but it can hurt you also, too. Leg says, church and materialism go hand in hand. I agree 100% with you. I agree. Tam, you said village person, pagan. I take that as a compliment. Well, you know, they always call people like us peasants. They said we're peasants. Hello? We're peasants. Hang on a minute, y'all. Let me go over here and do something. Because I'm noticing a pattern here. I'm noticing a pattern here. A pattern. Y'all gonna be a little bit noisy, okay? Okay, I'm back. Hey, Miss Esquire. She said, I lay in my bed for 10 minutes. I wake up to remember all my dreams I have found. If I jump up after I wake, I remember nothing. That's good. It'd also be good to keep a journal next to you. This is when you're ready for some serious shamanic work. When you're in your priestesshood or your priesthood. Dreams are important. Dreams are, that's the classroom. And you need to learn your dreams, the different patterns of your dreams. And remember, oh, okay, I remember when I had a dream like that before. That's when the dog died. Oh, I remember when I had a dream before. That's when this died or that died. Or when I had a dream like that before, I had the best luck. Man, money's to me. You need to know the pattern of your dreams. If you're not having those dreams, it doesn't necessarily mean you're programmed. But in a lot of sense, if you ain't dreaming, most programs will tell you that they don't have dreams. That's a program. Some of them right in your face. Like I said, it's your friends, it's your families. It could be your children. Grown children. Everything should dream. You should go to sleep and you come out your body and go places. Okay? Especially if you say you're a spiritualist. I'm sure that most spiritualists are not programs. The people who seek spirituality, most of them are not programs. Programs have absolutely no interest in spiritualism or they don't have any interest in dreams, the meaning of dreams, herbs, roots. They got no interest in that. Matter of fact, they're not even watching this video. This will have no type of purpose for them to watch this or anything spiritual. Does that make sense? Hey, Melody, how you doing? Hey, Melinda, how are you? Hey, Sarah. Hey, Leg. Hey, Miss Esquire. Start Christ. How are you? Keep a good thought about some aspect of your goal to free running in your head all the time. Sarah Morelli. I call octopus. Hey, Titley Fisher. How you doing? The only dreams I remember perfectly involve my tarantula, Hypatia. Hypatia. Is that like your guy, spirit guy? Animal totem? Hey, the Nothingness Chronicles. How you doing? I'm reading the chat, y'all. Tilly Fisher said 50 people watching and only 12 likes. Don't forget to support her, everyone. Well, a lot of those people are the people who are not commenting, or either they're either concerned that maybe somebody might catch them in here, and they're concerned about that, you know, and they don't want to be battered or bullied or harassed. Some of the people are just afraid to comment. And then most of the people are the people who actually are the ones that take the information and make videos of their own. Or some of the people who watch the videos they're just the haters. There are a lot more haters here than there are people who actually enjoy the content. Some of them are actually commenting. They're disguising themselves to look as if though they are friend, but they're foe. So you're going to have a variety of people here. But if you're here, it's because you got to get the information. Because there's going to come a time when you have to account for your time. And you can't say you didn't get the information. You got it. A lot of folks here and don't know why they're here. They're here because they won't be able to wiggle themselves out of the fact that they've already heard this. Somebody have already warned them. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to work. You are responsible. Anybody watching me, you're not going to be able to say, I didn't know. You know because you're here. I'm reading the chat. Start Christ said all fear must be removed to get past the blocks. Yeah, the last time I said I don't have any more fear, they put a challenge in front of me that was very fearful. So they are listening. You never want to fight with these entities, which I was forced to fight to get my situation out of where I was. So sometimes you're forced to fight. But you better believe that I need to be looking behind my back, over my head, under my feet, all around myself. You know, a panoramic view of everything. Because they angry about that. It's on and popping now. It's on and motherfucking popping. Because if you kill one of them, they really gonna get you. So, we can say we're removing fear. But what they're gonna do is try to attack you physically. And if you ain't fear of them attacking you physically, they're gonna try to... they may try to mess with you financially and have you without transportation, without a house, without food, or they may try to attack somebody you love the most. It's really on when they start saying, well, when I tell you what, I'm going to go after your, I'm going to start going after your animals. I'm going to start going after the people that support you. They'll do it. Some people will actually sacrifice family members. People they love the most. Friends they love the most. Animals. To get them off their back. But it's only for a little time till they'll be back to you. You ever see these people, everybody dying around them? Like, God, dog, your mama done died? Oh, your mama died. Now your dad died? Oh, okay. Oh, now your cousin died? Okay. These people put these people up as sacrifices to the entity. Then I on my end, I'm having a war against the children of the Matrix. And then, like I said, the higher level over our head, you know, the next level we go from here is to to the table where the children of the matrix are. And then beyond that is no telling. But I think it's heaven and hell. And when you're dealing with heaven and hell, your soul is being shown up, recycled in. When you go into the underworld, they definitely recycling you there. That's the best I can describe it, y'all. Hey, Goddess said, how you doing? Hey, Screw. How you doing? Oh, yeah, Tilly Fisher. I tried to stream the book Kendrick by Octavia. What's Octavia's last name? I can't even think of it, but just look it up. And they just kept interrupting my live feed. YouTube did. Like right now, I've only experienced one interruption. But I just was just back to back to back to back to back being interrupted. Hey, Butterfly. Black Butterfly. Hey, Carolina Garcia. Cody Proper, how you doing? Celeste Frazier said, are the original people white? I think that the original people on this planet was... Okay, my phone getting ready to die. I think they were very, very jet black blue people. No, white people are not the original people to this planet. Absolutely not. I think they have mastered this matrix system. The original people did not look like myself either. Like I say, most of us are prototypes. The original people are very, very black skinned people. These are the people that will be here, that will survive extinction. It is said that the pygmies of the remote islands of Africa are the original people. Those tribal people, the village people, as most will say, with that very, very black skin, those are the originals. There aren't any original people in America. The original people of the Americas did not look like the so-called Native Americans that they talk about. They did not look like me. And they didn't look like the white people. They did not look like white people. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. Okay? Did that answer your question? Hey, Mama Lisa. The type O plus, yes. My son has O plus blood. O positive blood. So we're remnants. We still have some of that in us, but unfortunately, we're not the originals. You know what I'm saying? That's what put us at this disadvantage. Because they're not going to steal the soul source energy from the pygmies. Not the original people. They cannot enslave them. They can't touch those people. Those people have culture. They have gods. They have soul source energies from whoever these deities that sent them here that no one can touch. And y'all, I'm going to go deeper into this. But I got to charge my phone up. I see we got 55 people here. Okay, so now, like what I'm going through at this point in my situation has been haunting me for 15 years. This is the reason why I can get on camera and kind of give y'all an idea of some things to come. I've lived it. I experienced it. Did not read it in a book. I have not found anyone yet online speaking about these truths that are sincere to myself. Hello? I have not found them yet. If you all see anybody that got information pertaining to what I'm talking about, and they've gone through it too, definitely, reach out and share links, videos. It would be deeply appreciated. But to the date, I've only met one person that has undergone this, and it's a man. It's only one. And he might be watching now. Hey, Laquita. Hi, Chief Engine. Yes, blood is plasma, and it comes from the sun. Christ is blood or plasma. Christ all is literally crystal, the man who cries tall. So Mama Lisa said what? She said you was fired on a job. Supervisor said they know who you are. For you to pray, you had to give them blood 2 times to be hired. Sarah says she has broken free in 2013 when you was eating out and watching TV. Your freedom was taken. So that may be another way they continue to hold our energies with these devices and stuff. It's a lot going on. It's plenty going on, y'all. Hey, Arthur, how you doing? Okay, I'm gonna have to rest this phone, y'all. Hey, Flower Bomb, how you doing? Okay. Well, I'm going to get this phone right. Hey, Fire Goddess, how you doing? Hey, the Nothingness Chronicles. It's getting dark. Hey, Joy. Okay, y'all. Let me get this phone charged up and stuff. I'm gonna come back, and I want to, instead of walking, I want to sit down and seriously just look you straight in your eyes and talk to you. Because I don't want anybody to get this video misconstrued. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to feel hopeless and feel like, hey, darn, I'm owned by something. It's different for every individual. Every soul source is not particularly owned by the same source. Okay? I'm only talking about my experience. Don't think that the children of the Matrix have power over your particular higher soul source. Okay? It's just the fact that some people may be being controlled and manipulated by these children of the Matrix. And you need to know if you are, so that you can do something about it. Hello? Let's see. Okay. So, okay, Mama Lisa says she'll be here when I come back. I'm going to go ahead on and charge up this phone so that we can have some battery juice. Okay? Okay. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay? Please rate and subscribe. Hey, look, y'all, I'm going to get on the opposite channel when I come back, okay? So view me on the other channel, okay? Bye-bye.